Good morning, students. Welcome back. So, we are continuing the topic, that is how participants saw the movement, that is civil disobedience movement. In this particular topic, we have already discussed about the two different participants, that is communities in the society, how they participated the civil disobedience movement, and that were one was the big farmers and second was the poor farmers in my last class. Today we are going to discuss about how the business classes took part in the movement, how they took the movement, how they participated in the movement, and why they participated in the movement. This is also we are going to discuss. So let's see how participants saw the movement. So today the participant is the big business classes. Okay, let's start. The big business classes supported the movement. First of all, I will tell you that they supported the Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement. During the First World War, the Indian merchants and industrialists had made huge profit and became powerful. Because at that time there was no foreign goods in the market, so market was totally blank. So the Indian merchants, they became the supremo of the Indian markets and they got a huge profit. So keen on expanding their business, they now reacted against colonial policies that restricted business activities. They wanted protection against imports of foreign goods and a rupee sterling foreign exchange ratio that would discourage imports. Okay, so to organize the business interest, they formed, means the big business classes formed the Indian Industrial and Commercial Congress in 1920 and the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries in 1927. And these institutions were led by the prominent industrialists of India like Purushottam Das, Thakur Das and G.D. Birla, etc. And under the leadership of these big industrialists, all the big business classes, they participated the movement and attacked colonial control over the Indian economy, and thus they supported Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement. So Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement also got a great support from these big industrialists. Okay. Moreover, they gave financial assistance and refused to buy or sell import goods. So in this way they participated in the movement. But my dear students, you can easily understand that these industrialists, they participated in the movement for their own benefit, because most of the businessmen came to see Swaraj as a time when colonial restrictions on their business and trade would no longer exist, and trade and business will flourish without any restriction. So they want that Swaraj, through Swaraj, they will remove all the colonial restriction on their business and they will get a restriction-free flourishment of their trade and business. Okay, so this was their personal benefit. But after the failure of the Round Table Conference, business groups were no longer uniformly enthusiastic. They were apprehensive of the spread of militant activities and worried about prolonged disruption of business as well as of the growing influence of the socialism amongst the younger Chamber of Commerce. So when Gandhiji came back and once again when he restarted the movement, he never participated. They never participated. Means in the first phase, means when the movement was started in 1930, the big businessmen, they participated. And when it was called off, they became very sad. And when Gandhiji once again started the movement in 1932, these business classes, they remained aloof and they did not participate in the movement. Okay, so this is how the big businessmen took the movement. We'll continue with this.